My name is Femi Johnson. I'm the CEO and founder of Sourcing Business. Sourcing Business is an online platform where freelancers and employers of labor are able to connect in order to exchange value. The platform gives freelancers opportunity to be able to create their gigs, showcasing what they can offer to organizations, the solutions they can provide, and especially services they can offer, virtually. Startups are actually looking for skilled professionals like these who are able to help them deliver their job, cheaper, who are able to help them deliver their job faster, and who are able to help them deliver their job with better quality. And these are the capabilities that you found in Freelancers. And so Sourcing Business provide a platform where such people are able to offer their gigs so that startups and small business owners around the world can be able to access them to be able to buy their services. On Sourcing Business, we'll
Hello, good morning, and welcome to Upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. That is the goal, and I am so excited to welcome you to today's episode. It's going to be very interesting as usual. My name is Oge Mark, and welcome. All right, this Upskilling 5 million African freelancers is our theme, and our focus today is going to be on virtual assistants. And we have a guest in the studio that will be telling us about her experience and all of that. Now, so you're welcome. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions. Drop your questions in the comment section, and then of course you get to respond to your question. Okay. And yes, like I said before, my name is Oge Mark, and I welcome you. Now, if you want to have access, you want to start up a career in freelancing as remote work, then this is a place to be. So what I need you to do is to go ahead and share the link to every other person who's listening on your contact list. You can also watch us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, as well as on YouTube as well. So share the link and join the conversation. Our focus today is going to be on virtual assistants, and we've got someone in the studio who is going to lead us through and talk to us about virtual assistants. And we got our guest. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
It's great to have you here today. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
That's great. All right, so let us get into the conversation for today. So just tell us, just introduce yourself to us, and let's just meet you and know exactly what you do.
Okay, I'm Shodamala Janet, and I'm a student of Olabisi Onabanjo University. During the strike, I decided to do something instead of staying back. So I took a course on freelancing, and that is virtual assistance, and that's what I'm doing now.
Oh wow! So that means you're what instead of just staying at home and doing nothing, you already have acquired a skill that you are using for your benefit.
Yeah.
So why did you decide to choose virtual assistants? I mean, there's gotta be a reason, something why you decided to do that.
Yeah, okay. So a particular day, a friend of mine sent a link to me and told me to sign up. She didn't even tell me what it was about. So I was going through the registration, and I saw virtual assistants, ALX program and all. And I decided to
Okay.
check what it was about because I was not used to it. So I went online and began to check what they do and other stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately fell in love with it. Like I just loved it. I kept on checking and checking, and I said, so this is what I am going to do. I am going to be a virtual assistant, and I took the course, and
Okay.
that was how it went.
So what exactly attention? How did you what caught your attention? Something must have caught your attention.
Okay, I didn't get that.
I said something must have caught your attention. What caught your attention? You said you
Okay,
saw
so
other courses as well, but you couldn't virtual assistant caught you. So what exactly about it caught your attention?
so the fact that I have to work with different people in different places
Okay.
in the world, doing tasks for them, and I get to learn so many things from them also while working with them was what caught my attention.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. All right. So now tell us from your perspective, how long have you been doing this?
Okay, let's say like 2 months to
2
3 months.
months. Okay. Okay. So from your perspective, you doing this for 2 months. From your perspective, what would you say is the how would you define virtual assistance? How would you define it?
Okay, so it's just it's just a very simple something. It's just assisting people virtually. Like I'm online and where I am, but I can assist people wherever they are. And on my phone, I use my phone and my laptop. And so virtual assistance is just assisting clients or running tasks for clients virtually.
Okay. So what are your as a virtual assistant, what are your basic responsibilities to your clients?
Okay, so I I schedule meetings, I
Okay.
manage emails, I I travel, I schedule travel management. I manage traveling
Okay.
this thing arrangements. I do transcription. I do proofreading. I create reports and so many other stuff. I manage my client's calendar too and so many other stuff.
Hmm. I bet there are people who are listening, and the question I want to ask you now is, what were the skills you had, or did you need specific skills in order to be able to get these jobs?
Okay, yeah, you need some skills to get them because some skills you need to have, and if you don't have them, you won't be able to handle tasks very
Okay.
well. So during the course, they were able to take us through so many skills, and I
Okay.
learned so many
Can you
skills.
tell us some of these skills? What are these skills? Can you tell us some of these skills?
Okay, email management. Where they were able to teach us how to manage emails and
Okay.
schedule flights, arrange flights for our clients. We're able to learn how to how would I put it to um reports, arrange reports for our
Okay.
clients. So we're able to learn how to work with Google Meets, Google Form, Google Slides, and all of that. So those are the skills we needed to be able to work perfectly as a virtual assistant.
Okay, all right. Now, you mentioned that you manage events, you manage meetings, schedule, travel, But when someone decides to say, they want to build a career, from your perspective, I mean, from the time that you spent on the job, what would you say are the basic responsibilities they need to expect? Now we know that different companies and different clients would have different things that expect you to do, but what would you say are the at least the five basic responsibilities of a virtual assistant, apart from what other responsibilities your client might decide to ask you to do? What are the basic, when they say, oh, I'm a virtual assistant, in your mind, these are my responsibilities, aside what other responsibility might be given to you?
Okay, so the thing is, as a virtual assistant, there are like subgroups under it. So you decide what you want to do, what you want to major on. So you
Okay.
have to choose what you want to major on. So the clients can actually give you anything to do. As a virtual assistant, you should be able to do them. For example, one of the normal skill you should have, like you should be able to do, is email management. You should be able to manage email as a virtual assistant, like
Okay.
your client's email. All virtual assistants should be able to manage emails. So
Okay.
you should be able to schedule calendars. That's one
Okay.
of it. All virtual assistants should be able to do that. And
Okay.
reports, you should be able to give reports
The reports. Okay.
probably on the things you were told to do, the tasks you were told to do, you're able to report to your clients, and also
Mm-hmm.
minute taking. Minutes taking. So all virtual assistants should be able to take minutes and notes. That's one of the
Mm.
things. That's one of the tasks you can easily get as a virtual assistant, because there are
Okay.
meetings and you need someone to take minutes and all that. Also, flight arrangements. That's
Okay, you got
one of that.
okay.
Sorry.
You got to know how to do that flight arrangements.
Yeah, you have to learn how to do it because most of the people the clients you would get would probably be busy. Most of them would probably be busy, and that's one of the tasks virtual assistants get to flight arrangements. So they are busy with other things. You have to help them schedule their flights and everything. So that's it.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, it's really considering the fact that you've been in it for just 2 months. Now, this is a question that came in from Chidima Onewuchi. She said, "How did you optimize your profile to get clients, considering the fact that you had no experience?"
Okay, so so I don't think my profile is really optimized to my satisfaction. So the skills,
Let's rephrase the question. How
okay,
did you get your first client? How?
um,
Where? What did you do? I mean, you had no experience. How were you able to convince them that, oh, I could do this? How did you do it?
okay. During my course, we're told to ask for free tasks from people around
Okay.
us to network, so we can be able to talk to people and clients and all. So I talked to people, and I got my first task through it.
Okay.
I
And you
actually
had to
got
do that for free, right?
what do you
You
say?
had to, you had to do that for free.
You had to do that for free.
Okay.
I did that for free just to gain experience about it. So I did other free tasks too. And after one of them messaged me again and told me that he wants me to run some things for him, waiting to what I did earlier. So that was how it just went like
How
that.
it started. Okay. And this is a very interesting one now. That was how you got your. So, Chidima, I hope that that answered your question. Now, when you did that, how were you able to, considering you have no experience whatsoever, how were you able to know exactly what to charge for your services? Did you
Okay.
undercharge yourself? Did you overcharge yourself? How did you know that? How did you know what you're supposed to charge for the service you offer?
Okay.
Because you
So
mentioned earlier that it was from a free job, then he contacted you to do an actual paid job. So how did you know what to charge?
okay, during the course we were told what to do. We were taught how to charge, not to undercharge and overcharge. So you'd actually go online and check for charges of virtual assistants doing that particular thing you're doing. So
Okay.
you check for the amount they charge people, then you choose if you want to make yours, if below it is okay for you or above it is okay
Mm-hmm.
for you, and that's how
Okay.
you just charge.
Oh wow, that's so you need to. Oh, okay, that's great. That's great. Now, you mentioned that there are several aspects of virtual assistants. Can you please tell us what are these several aspects? I mean, what are you focused on right now? What industry are you in right now?
Okay, so I am trying to do the administrative tax, like general administrative tax. So some
Okay.
might decide to just do proofreading. I just want to proofread books and all. Some might decide to do transcribing, and they just want to focus on transcribing alone. Some might
Okay.
decide to just want to focus on managing emails
Okay.
and also, but I am deciding to do all administrative tasks, both managing
Okay.
emails, editing calendars, and all that.
Does your skill in managing, in trying to do all of it at the same time, does it make you much more attractive to prospective client as opposed to picking one particular, part?
Okay, yeah, I think because all the administrative tasks are what we've learned how to do.
Okay.
So it's just like you wanting to learn more. Most of the clients you would get would actually request for mostly administrative tasks. Most of the clients, okay, I'm busy with social work. I want you to schedule my meetings with social person. I want you to manage my calendar and all that. I want you to manage my emails. So that is most of the tasks you would get as a virtual assistant. So that's why
Okay.
I'm focusing on administrative tasks only.
Okay. All right. So if someone in a different industry, say a virtual assistant, say to a medical doctor, for example, or a virtual assistant to someone who runs a online remote legal firm, would they perform the same option? Would they perform the same, do they have the same responsibilities, or there are certain specific skills that are needed to be able to function in these industries?
Yeah, virtual assistants for different industries should be able to know about that industry. So if I'm working under the medical line, I should be able to know things about medical stuffs and everything about medical practitioners and everything medical. If I want to work for a law firm, I should be able to know law and everything about the law. So I got the client. I was supposed to get a client that deals with crypto, but
Okay.
I did not really know anything about crypto. So he told me that if I want to work for him, I should actually go and learn basic things about crypto before I can work for him. So if you're working under different firms, you have to learn
Mm.
about those firms before you are able to work with them.
Mm. All right. So now the reason I ask this question is, now let's take the instance you just gave the guy with the crypto, right? Considering the fact that you mentioned earlier on that there are several, the responsibilities of a virtual assistant spans across the scheduling, flight scheduling, meeting scheduling, taking note, taking meeting. How profitable is the knowledge of the virtual assistant to the particular job of the person that they are working with? What is the essence? What's the point?
Okay,
Considering the fact that it's not like you're teaching that particular business or that particular, you're not like they wouldn't ask you, for a doctor, for example, they wouldn't ask you to go into theater and and perform surgery, right? Or a crypto guy, he's not going to give you 1 billion to trade for clients or something like that. So of what use is the knowledge of the virtual assistant to the client if they would only be performing duties that will be assigned to them by their client? Do you understand my question?
yeah, I get it. Okay. So, how would I put it? Okay, so if I want to go and learn about crypto to work for a client that does crypto, I would actually decide that every other client I would pick would be under crypto. So I already have the idea of cryptocurrency, so I can just use it for all of them. Or am I not getting your question right?
No, you're not getting my question, but we're going to move on to other questions. Okay, so now for people who are just starting, freelancing, what are the very first steps they need to take in order to begin their career as freelance virtual assistants?
Okay, I think they need to learn first.
Okay.
You learn about it and understand what you're going into first before you
Okay.
start it. So the first thing is to learn. And after learning, like I said, free tasks, you to actually build up yourself and become professional, like get used to what you want to do for money. You have to like take up free tasks, meet with people and tell them, okay, I want to help you just do this. Let me just help you do this. I'm not asking for money. Let me just do this for free. And while doing it, just like volunteering, you get to understand more about it. So if you want to take up virtual assistant as a freelancer, you just need to learn about it and keep doing tasks for people so you
Okay.
can get to know more about it.
All right, that's great. Now, as a virtual assistant, obviously, who is on, on sourcing business? I mean, it's a platform where freelancers and virtual assistants can get clients to, be able to get their gigs. Now, what would you advise freelancers? How would you say they can distinguish themselves, especially on the sourcing business platform? How would you advise? What can they do to distinguish themselves and be much more look more attractive to potential clients?
Okay, what I think they can do is to learn more. Like they should improve their learning. Okay, for example, you get into a course and they teach you this. You should go check other things about it, know more, probably read books to know more about it. So
Okay.
with that understanding, you're totally different from the other person that just learns the course and is not doing any other thing about it. So I just feel you should just learn more. And another thing is in your profile in probably a freelance website, you should
Okay.
make it optimized. Like just make your profile good that when a client sees it, he knows that no, this is the person I want for my job.
Okay. That's great. So we have a question here from Joy, and she says that I'm like a he is she. Okay. And person says, I'm a digital marketer and recently concluded a virtual assistant training at ALX Africa. How can I merge the two skills together?
Okay, so I also learned digital marketing, but I don't know if I'll be going into it. The way I think the
Okay,
person
well,
can
is there a specific reason for that?
uh not really. I'm still learning about it though. So probably when I learn
Okay.
enough, I can come back
Oh,
to that. So the person should decide, because if you want to do virtual assistance, you would be busy with the things you would be doing. And digital marketing is something that's totally different from virtual assistance. So you can digital marketing, you can do it for clients. For example, run the social media apps for them. You're not working for them fully. It's a part-time something. It's also like an assistance, virtual assistance to the client. When you help them run their social media account, you help them and do comments and replies and all that. So it's just like virtual assistance too. But if you want to go into virtual assistance, I think you should choose virtual assistance or choose digital marketing, because both of them combined together, it's it will be really nice.
okay. Joy, I hope that answered your question. Another question here said, hi, about knowing freelancing, do you mean casual search or there is a need to have a professional certificate, diploma, or degree? Though I feel degree is cumbersome for me. Usman, Mohammed, that's what he's asking. When you say casual search, do you mean like a professional certificate? Yeah, I cannot.
Um, Okay, the thing about virtual assistance is, remember I said task. When you do task, you can use your tasks, like the reports, the feedback you get from those people, to build your portfolio. So you don't really need to have. I don't think you really need to have a certificate to show them, because even if you do so many courses with certificates, and your client is saying that you don't know what you're doing, I don't think they want to hire you. But even if you're
Mm,
with one certificate, but you're having so many works you've done in your portfolio, and they see that, yeah, actually you know what you're doing, so you can get hired. So it's not about having a certificate, it's about knowing what you are doing and knowing what you can do.
mm. Usman, I hope that answered your question. And also, Usman, in addition to that, well, like Jeanette said, you might not necessarily get a degree or diploma or a certificate. However, you need to learn the skill if you don't have any idea about the skill whatsoever. Now, on Source in Business, Source in Business, we have a platform where you can acquire the skill that is being a virtual assistant for free. And so you do that, you're given a certificate, and still on the platform, you get to, like Jeanette said, get to get, a skill. Yeah, you do some task for people for free, and then you upload it on the sourcing the business platform, and then you have access to clients who will want to hire you for the skill and your service. All right, Usman, I hope that answered your question. Okay, back to you, Janet. What are the things you'd want to say to people who want to launch their career in freelancing? What are your advice, to them?
Okay,
People,
so
especially now that ASU is heading into its seventh month,
yeah.
strike. A lot of students are home; they're not doing anything. Some are a little bit confused about what to do, and some are undecided. When they open up the course, oh my God, am I going to read all of these things? And they just close it back. So I want you to tell us exactly what like how they should, they should look out for. Encourage them, say something to them that would make them say, you know what. I'm making the right choice.
Okay, so this encouragement is not only for virtual assistants. You can actually
Okay.
put it to any aspect of your life. So when normally going through online course is a hassle, like it's not easy. You you put on your phone, you are looking at the videos and you're checking the books, and you're like, oh God, where do I want to start from? But one thing there is you need to think about the profit you would get at the end. That's generally for success. When there is something that will be successful, you get like you go through many problems and you're trying to stop halfway. Like, can I really do this? Can I really do this? But when you put your mind on what you'll be getting at the end of the course, at the end of the reading and whole, you would know that okay, it's worth it. Let me just go through it because of what I would be getting at the end. So I what I'm telling them now is they should just put their mind on the success at the end. And one thing about virtual assistance is you would be happy doing it. That's just it.
Mhm.
You would be happy doing it. And when you find joy doing something, you know you're fulfilled. So that's just it.
Okay, so when we talk about happiness, some of the things that make people very happy is money. Okay, so is it how profitable is being a virtual assistant on the real? How profitable is it?
Okay, it is profitable and it is comfortable because you'll be working from the comfort of your home. So it depends on you and the works you know you can do. So if you know you want to work 24 hours a day, you get your money because you're paid hourly as a virtual assistant, as a freelancer, no generally you are paid hourly. So you get your if you want to work for 24 hours, you're getting your money for that 24 hours. If you feel you can't do 24 hours, I can only do 10, you're getting your money for 10. So the work being profitable, it's depending on how much you can do it. So if you decide to just do it for 1 hour a day, you get your money for 1 hour a day, and that's just it.
All right, in the span of time that you spend in doing this job now, how have you been able to attract foreign clients? Because that's the
Um,
question a lot of freelancers are asking.
okay, not yet. I haven't
Okay.
attracted a foreign client, not yet, but I know very soon. I'm still new in it, so very soon.
Oh, excuse me, new. We're 2 months already. You're already cashing out. I mean, I think I want to be a virtual assistant too. I mean, you can never have more than one source of income. All right, Jenna, thank you so much for coming through. Now, if you have any more questions, please drop your questions in the comment section so that Janet can respond to them. And yeah, someone did ask for the link to Sourcing Business. Well, the link is right there on your screen at www.sourcing.business. You go there, you get trained, you get jobs. All right, so you can go ahead and upload your gig on the platform. And if you don't have any skill, you can still get on the platform, learn a skill or two for free, and then upload your gig on the platform and get jobs. I mean, there's no reason why anybody should stay home and not have a job when there are skills to be acquired for free. There's no reason for you to stay home and not acquire anything, okay? All right, Janet, in the absence of no other questions, let us see if we have more questions here. Do we have more questions? Okay, that question has been responded to. All right. Okay. I need a job. Please, I need your contact. That's from Nuruddin Agbola. Nuruddin, if you need a job, that's okay. It's okay to need a job, but do you have any skill? Do you have any skill? Because even if you need a job, you need some kind of skill. Even if you were going to apply to a brick and work, a brick, going to regularly apply for a job, you will need to have a skill. So do you have a skill? If you have a skill, then you can just look for, like Janet said earlier on, look for people you can do, the skill you can offer your service to for free, get their feedback, upload it on a website like Business, and then you wait for customers, clients to contact you. But if you have no skill whatsoever, you get on Business, learn a skill or two, and then you know, you can offer your services and then get jobs. Now, I'm sure you'll be asking, I don't have any money whatsoever. I'm really broke and I want to start something for my life. I need something to start with first before, before going to learn the skill. Now, what you have, what can you do right now? There's going to be something you can do right now. It might not be something you've learned. It might just be, I mean, everybody, God created everybody with something depth inside, something in. So what can you do now? It's that thing that you can do now. You can offer that thing as a service to people and they'll pay you. It doesn't matter how much it is. It can be little, but you got to know that you got to start from somewhere. Okay. I hope that Nuruddin, I hope that I've been able to respond to your question and, it's helped in some way. Okay. Jeanette, we've had a great time today. Thank you so much for
Yeah, thank you very much.
all the best as you go about to your endeavor.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right. So it is upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. And we have come to the, okay, before I do all of that, Usman asked, are there gadgets required or a smartphone will be okay for usually tasks? Janet, please, before you go, just respond to that. Are there gadgets required or a smartphone will be okay for usual tasks?
Yeah, smartphone. Your smartphone is okay. And if you have a system too, it's okay. Your smartphone is fine.
Usman, I hope that has answered your question. Okay, so of course it is upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. That is our goal, and it's powered by Source in Business. And thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back again next week Wednesday. So you want to tell somebody to join us next week Wednesday for another interesting edition on upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. My name is Oge Mark, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
My name is Femi Johnson. I'm the CEO and founder of Source in Business. Source in Business is an online platform where freelancers and employers of labor are able to connect in order to exchange value. The platform gives freelancers opportunity to be able to create their gigs, showcasing what they can offer to organizations, the solutions they can provide, and especially services they can offer, virtually. Startups are actually looking for skilled professionals like these who are able to help them deliver their job, cheaper, who are able to help them deliver their job faster, and who are able to help them deliver their job with better quality. And these are the capabilities that you found in freelancers. And so Source in Business provide a platform where such people are able to offer their gigs so that startups and small business owners around the world can be able to access them to be able to buy their services. On Source in Business, we'll